happening.
Okay.
So yeah, making a creamy chicken of.
I just want to let people know, Carrie snatched like 2 or 3 of these already.
I actually had a
job.
big bowl like this of carrots,
Yeah.
and then Carrie ate them all. Now I had to go to this small bowl.
You had to go back to the store and everything.
She ate at least 6 carrots herself. No.
That's awesome.
So
Okay.
what we've got going is, first thing I did is I'm searing some chicken. I got 1 chicken thigh, boneless, skinless, and 1 chicken breast. And then I will bake those. So I just like to get a good sear on them, and I really just wanted to get the flavor of that
then
chicken.
you bake them after that.
I bake them after that, like 350, 375, about 20 minutes
I'm
till
gonna
they're
write that
done.
down.
And what I want to do next is, I shut this off accidentally.
Sear, then bake.
Yep, then bake. I just want to get the flavor of that chicken in there. So now I'm going to go with some, that's like a whole diced onion, couple stalks of celery, then some carrots. And then we're going to get
There's
those.
one left.
So we're going to get those searing in here too.
Okay.
And then I'm going to add some seasoning to them. So I've got some seasoning. And I season those chicken with kind of the same thing. Some garlic powder, a little bit of cayenne.
Yeah,
so this
that's
is
what we're smelling.
So that's a little bit of Cajun seasoning.
We got to talk about your taste testers while you putting all the ingredients in.
Yes. My family, all my girls, they
so
were a
they
big
approved?
fan of this. Yes.
They approved.
Yep. Look,
All of them?
Some parsley. They did all of them. That
All of
doesn't
them.
normally happen in my household.
If you didn't already know, Tim's got 5 girls. That doesn't even include his wife.
No.
So that's a lot of opinions.
Yes, a lot of opinions.
You learn to get good at it.
And technically a 6. So Renee was our au pair. She's moved back, kind of our like an unofficially adopted daughter.
Yes.
She's
7
22
ladies.
So me and 7 ladies in the house. So yes.
That's a TV show. What are we waiting
Yeah.
on?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're a 90s sitcom.
You are a 90s sitcom.
Yes, that is my house.
Look.
Oh, my God.
That's Vera and I. So last night we haunted at the Children's Museum. So when I came back, I was getting, I had to prep everything for the night. So instead of, washing off the makeup, I went ahead and
left it
finished.
on?
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
You cracked
Yeah,
me
that's
up.
Teresa, my wife, Vera, my oldest, and then me before we went in and
Y'all were
haunted.
in
Oh,
it,
those are
man.
great
Oh, yeah.
costumes.
Oh, so y'all don't play around with Halloween.
No, that's Vera and I in the haunted house. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, this was, we get to,
great.
help haunt, which is a blast.
Yeah, and
That
Vera's
is
part
fun.
of the Children's Museum Guild.
Teresa is my
Teresa
wife,
is,
yes.
That's what you said.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, that's so neat. Thanks for doing that.
okay.
Tell her
No.
thank you. What is that, pumpkin?
So a little bit of pumpkin.
What?
Okay.
It's the time of season. So about 2 tablespoons of pureed pumpkin, some tomato paste.
Okay, will that sweeten it up or thicken it or both?
Just a little bit, just rich, just adds a little bit of a rich flavor.
I'm
so
gonna
we're gonna
do
be-
that,
So we're stirring
pumpkin.
that here, and then I
Carrie's
added
literally
some
taking notes. That's hilarious.
some rosemary too.
Okay.
Now a little bit of about 2 tablespoons minced garlic, or a couple cloves of minced garlic.
all right.
And we'll get that going. And then we want this to simmer for a little while. I'm not going to let it simmer quite as long because we don't have as long when I'm on the show.
I got you.
So
Exactly.
once we let this simmer and you really soften up let those onions sweat, soften up the celery a little bit and carrots, then we're going to deglaze
Okay.
with chicken broth. So
I love that. Let the onions sweat, Carrie.
Okay.
we let them
Yes.
sweat. So we'll go with our chicken broth, and then
I am so making this.
what we would do is we'd let this simmer for a little bit, and while that's simmering, we're going to pretend and we're going to switch over to my almost done one.
Look
so
at the color of it.
oh yeah,
That's
so
the pumpkin in
so
the
this is
pan.
we got the pumpkin, we got it going here, and then I'm going to
Stunning.
take just a little bit. This is so a little bit of cream. You can also, instead of use cream, I did do this also with
Buttermilk?
cashew
Okay.
cream if you're like dairy free.
Okay.
So cashew cream is fine too. So a little bit of cream in there. And
Listen to me, I am not a cook. I said buttermilk. That would make it so gross.
No, buttermilk.
Like
Buttermilk
so
might not,
not a
honestly.
cook.
And then I do actually. You speak of butter. I forgot. I add
A little butter.
a little bit of butter. I'll add 2 there.
What's that do? Give
Just
it a
we're
glisten?
just trying to give it a little bit of a richer flavor.
Richer.
Just kind
and
of
it's
creamy.
at the end.
Yeah.
I always see chefs do the
Oh
butter
yeah.
at the
And
end.
then once we'd finished, we'd have our chicken breast or thighs, boneless. So we just get these a nice dice here.
After we've seared
Rough
and
chop.
baked.
Yep. So
I bet
they're
the bake makes
so
them tender.
165 at least. You want them done too.
I got that. 165.
And
I
then-
love. Please get a shot of Carrie. She's actually taking notes.
165.
Like,
I wrote
handwritten, like-
sear and bake and pumpkin, and I won't
Yeah.
even know what that means in
Yeah,
about
well,
an hour.
and the reason I wanted to sear them first is I wanted to get all that like crispies from the chicken when you're cooking them in there. I wanted that on the bottom of the pan. That
They
way when
call
we
that
start
something.
deglazing
I always
it,
forget the name. It's
we
so
scraping
neat.
it.
Yeah, you scrape it out and it's got that
Scrape it
good
out,
flavor.
gives all that flavor from the meat. So then we'll chop this here.
We really do get to eat all this, you guys, on the show. That's one of the best parts of co-hosting.
Spoiler alert.
It's like, okay,
I'll make
I'll
sure I
come
always
in
bring
and
enough,
eat and
just
drink
in case.
at 10 a.m.
And that was
it's
my-
no fun at all here. I just want to tell you, it's absolutely no fun.
I have to bring
Stinks.
enough always because my grandma Vera would, when growing up, my grandma grandmother, you know, stereotypical Italian grandmother. She cooked not only for me, the neighborhood, all my friends. Like 3 nights a week, my mom and dad both, you know, work full time. My grandmother just took it upon herself.
Is that what did it for you?
To cook. You know, it's funny. I sort of, when I got on the fire department, I didn't know how to cook, but I used to call my Uncle Rocky. My mom's brother was a really good cook. And so I'd always call Uncle Rocky and be like, hey, should I do this? Should I do that?
I love it.
We're gonna taste this soup later, because, you know, we don't let Tim get away without, you know, a taste test. Hit that QR code to find the recipe so you don't have to do the handwritten notes.